So this is not a matter of us being stingy, but you need to be able to close your door well, okay? Well, guys, this is perfection. Now let's break into it. Ooh, it's hot. Look. Look at this. You see how nice and moist this is? See this? And look at the crust. Lovely. This is perfect, guys. Hey guys, this is Ify and welcome back to my kitchen. It's the holiday! Oh, ooh. And I don't know a single person that is never excited about the holiday. I am, and I'm going to be sharing with you one of my amazing recipes that always makes my holiday table. In fact, if I don't make it at home, then is it really the holiday? It's my famous meat pie recipe. Now, one of the reasons why I love this meat pie recipe is because you can put it in the freezer, you know, make a whole batch, put it in the freezer, bring it out, thaw, and eat it. It freezes really, really well. And you can have it all through the holiday. Just make it once and that's it. Without further ado, let's jump right into it, shall we? To make my famous meat pie recipes, you're going to need the following ingredients: margarine, eggs, green bell pepper, black pepper, seasoning powder, cornflour, scotch bonnet peppers, potatoes. These are potatoes that have been chopped already, onions, carrots, some flour, cooking oil, baking powder, and some minced meat. We're going to start with adding some cooking oil into your pan. Okay, and wait for this oil to get nice and hot. Once your oil is nice and hot, you're going to add in your onions. It's time to add in your minced meat. Okay, so I'm just going to break it all up. It's very important. As soon as you add in your minced meat, you break it up because you do not want it to appear in large clumps. So once it gets to this level, we're going to go ahead to season our beef. I'm adding a bit of black pepper, some dried thyme, my scotch bonnet pepper goes in, seasoning powder, some salt. Then I'm going to give everything a good mix. Now, when you're making meat pie, guys, you have to be careful. Do not add a lot of seasonings. You do not want to over season your beef. You just want it to have a nice taste. This is not the time to go crazy with all sorts of seasonings, okay? So now I'm going to add in my Irish potatoes. This is just regular potatoes which I have peeled and cut in cube form, or diced it rather. I'm also going to add my carrots. Okay. And then mix this. So once this goes in like this, you're going to add some water. I've got warm water here because I don't want to bring down the temperature of my food, okay? So put in some water, enough to at least get to the top. I'm going to add a little more water because this water is going to cook the carrots and the minced meats and, you know, just get everything going. All right, then I'll cover this and allow this to cook. So I'm just going to go ahead to add my margarine to the flour just like that. Make sure everything goes in because you have measured it all. And I'm going to add some baking powder. And I'm adding a pinch of salt, just a little because I'm using salted margarine. So you want to be careful. My margarine is salted, so you want to be careful, okay? You want to be really careful. Okay. Now get in there and give everything a good mix. Combine the flour with the margarine or butter. So you can see this is the texture you're looking for. Now once you've achieved this texture, I'm just going to make a well in the middle, and I'm going to add in some cold water. As you can see, the water is cold, right? Good. You need cold water. Then gradually put in the water and mix. So what you're looking to achieve is a soft dough, okay? Not too soft, not too hard. Just once the flour, the butter, everything comes together, then it is perfect. You can see it's a nice soft dough, okay? So what we're going to do is to leave this dough to rest for at least 15 minutes. This will further soften it, okay? So I'm just going to cover this with a napkin and leave it for 15 minutes to rest. So while our dough is resting, I'm back to our filling. This is looking good. It's looking good. Now I'm going to prepare a thickener, a cornflour slurry, so that I can use to thicken this filling, okay? Smells good, looks good. Now you can see that the filling is a little light, it's watery. You're probably wondering what's the deal. Now this cornflour slurry that I prepared is going to thicken it nicely, okay? Look at that. Now as a final touch, I'm going to be adding in my green bell pepper. This is going to add color and flavor as well. It is going to be so delicious. You can tell already, okay? I'm going to turn up the heat because this is all done. So we cannot use our filling while it's hot. So you're going to transfer it to a plate, okay? So it can cool down really fast. Got another plate. And there you have it. So once it's cooled, we're going to use it. So now this is our flour that's been resting. If you can see, it is a lot softer. So that is what resting does. That's why you shouldn't put so much water when you are mixing, because after resting, the dough is going to be softer. So you're going to take some water, just a little, and put it on the edge. This will help the dough to seal well. And then you take some of your filling, not too much, so that the dough is able to close well. Okay, not too much. So this is not a matter of us being stingy, but you need to be able to close your dough well, okay? And then you'll take it and then put it over just like this. Using your finger, you're going to press the two sides together to make sure it covers well. And then using your fork, okay, you're going to press it and then pull it out a little. This is what gives it that meat pie shape that we all know and love. So this is what happens when you put in a lot of filling. It starts to come out. So do not put in a lot, okay? Make sure all the edges are pressed. And this is what it should look like. So I've got my baking tray and I put a bit of margarine on it, okay, to make sure it is properly oiled. And then I'm going to arrange these pretty pies on it. Now that the meat pie has all been arranged on the baking tray, I'm going to take my egg wash. This is just eggs that have been beaten, okay? So I'm just going to take some and then put it on the pie. What this does is that it's going to give the meat pie a really glossy look. This is all done and I'm taking it into the oven now, okay? So our meat pie is nice and all done. Well guys, this is perfection. Now let's break into it. Ooh, it's hot. Look at this. You see how nice and moist this is? You see how beautiful? See? You see this? And look at the crust. Lovely. This is perfect, guys. Just follow everything I've shown to you and this is how your meat pie is going to look. I can't wait to put this in my mouth. And there you have it. The crust is super flaky, the filling moist, delicious, and yummy. Everyone around you is going to love it and you are going to love me even more. Thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, it's the holiday. Be kind to yourself, be kind to everyone around you. And do not forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Come on guys, like it, okay? Thank you once again, and I'll see you in another recipe video. Until then, take care and keep eating good food. Bye!